Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? It's time for your favorite show. Spoiler alert. I know it's been a couple weeks, but we are super excited to be here with everyone today. So, the show where we may or may not spoil your favorite topic, depending on when you're tuning in. So, please listen at your own risk. Either way, here's a spoiler alert to start off your day. Laughter and good times are definitely on the way. Quick announcements as always. Don't forget to hit that follow button on Twitch if you haven't done so. Make sure to turn those notifications on. We air our show every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, if you want to watch ad-free, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Not only does that allow you to watch ad-free, but it also helps us out in terms of funds for the show and all that good stuff. So we would really appreciate that. And then also, of course, follow us on Twitter and YouTube. The handle for both of those is at Spoiler Alert for You. That's at Spoiler Alert, the number 4, the letter U. My name is Justin Time. Super excited to be back with you all this week. I am your host, and spoiler alert, Time is not actually my last name, but it would be dope if it was, right? And I'm going to kick it over to Nick.
What up, y'all? Like you said, name is Nick, aka Scante. It is pronounced Scante and not Scanty. Spoiler alert for today. I'm excited about this episode, y'all. We got a lot of big stuff to talk about. It's been a long break since our last episode 2 weeks ago. We got some big news in the VR world, big news in the video game world, and I don't know. I'm just excited to get into it. What you got, Ryan?
Man, already know what it is, man. Kicking in my boy Scanty Scrimp Scampy, you know what I'm saying? Kicking in my boy, hey, bitch,
No,
y'all
you did.
so glad yet, you know what I'm saying?
love that.
Kicking
That's
my boy
actually a really
Justin
good
Time
nickname.
without a dime, you know what it is, boy.
shit.
You know who it is, baby, big black, back in it. I'm so excited to be with my boys again, man. I miss you guys.
Miss you
Obviously,
too, man.
spoiler alert, I'm big and I'm black. If you ain't know, now you know it, baby. Hey, man, let's get to it, dog. What's happening, y'all?
Nothing much, man. I was thinking like we did 14 episodes straight before we took a break for Memorial Day, and this is episode 15. So, and I was just like, man, I feel like those 14 episodes like flew by because it didn't feel like it was almost like 4 months that we've been doing this. So.
It did not feel like it at all, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh,
But
man.
hey, man, I love y'all boys, man. I do this
Love you too, man.
millions of months afterwards, man. Let's do
For
it.
sure, for
Time
sure.
flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I echo your sentiments, though, Nick. Super excited to talk about some things during this episode. No movie topics this episode, just to kind of give people a heads up. We will get back to that next week. Due to the holiday and everything, we had some scheduling conflicts. We unfortunately weren't able to go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse opening weekend, but we should be going to see that this weekend, and we'll bring you the spoiler alert review next week. Couple other movies coming out soon too. Transformers, I know that's one I'm super excited about. And of course, I was thinking of there was another one that I wanted to mention that is escaping me right now, but another movie that's coming out too that I'm super excited about. If it comes back to me, I will be sure to let you all know. But we will definitely be getting back to doing some movie reviews. But today we're going to talk about some different things related to video games and just stuff going on in nerd culture. So without further ado, well, let me back up. Let me ask everybody how their Memorial Day was. We took a break. We had a little holiday, so just wanted to see, did everybody enjoy their Memorial Day? Did anybody do anything fun?
Man, I can't stand the rain because that's all that was going on, man. It was just too much raining, dog. Like,
Really? It
what was
rained
I
here a
supposed to
lot
do
in
with
Charlotte?
Yeah,
Bro,
it rained like
for
the whole
3
weekend.
days straight.
Damn, I did not know that. I was chilling on the beach and nothing but sunshine. So
Yeah, sitting on the beach sipping some.
Where did you go, by the way?
St. Lucia, my guy.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, I knew you didn't have service because you were radio silent for several days, so I knew you were out of the country at least.
Yeah, I was. It was great too, man. Had a wonderful time. We got like a upgraded room, and we had the best room in the entire like resort. So we were on the top floor. It was like a penthouse suite. It's usually for like people who just gotten married or engaged or whatever. And we don't know why we got upgraded, but we paid for an upgraded room. And then the guy who was taking us to our room, he was like, well, this isn't the room that you guys paid for. And we were like, oh, well, like I thought I was gonna have to go to the front office and like, figure shit out. And then he opened the door and we were like, no, we're absolutely staying here. It was on the top floor, beautiful view. You could see nothing but like the entire resort, the beach, the water, everything. It was awesome, man. So we had a really, really good time. The only complaint I have is, man, when I tell you those mosquitoes tore our asses up out there, dog, like it was
Really?
like really, really bad. Yeah, we had to go to their freaking convenience store and buy some bug spray. That shit was $40. Like, it was so expensive.
What?
Yes, a little ass can of fucking whatever that fucking bug spray was $40, bro. And I didn't want to buy it, but like we didn't have a choice. Like them things was eating us alive. So, but other than that, we had a really, really good time.
You want to do the peppermint oil or some shit? Like, damn.
I'm just surprised they were at the beach. Like,
yeah, they
you don't get mosquitoes at the beach. God
damn, they were out there, bro. So, but we had a really good time, really good Memorial Day. So I can't complain.
Oh shit! I should have put that video in. Man.
You should.
God
damn.
So other than the rain,
worked.
Okay,
apparently.
Cool. You know, well, not cool.
I didn't do. Yeah, that's not cool. I didn't do shit either. I stayed at home, did a bunch of chores, went to the gym. That was the only time I got out. So
got you.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember what the fuck I did. I probably did some shit, but I don't remember. It was raining. So
nobody had a cookout, huh?
Nah. I mean, unless you want to cook out in the fucking rain, Jay. You know, get rained the fuck out. Water on your hot dog and shit. Like the fuck. Hot dog water on the grill. You know, shit like that. Whatever, Jay.
Weenie water.
Weenie water.
Weenie water. Cool. All right. Well, good stuff. I guess we'll go ahead and move into the spoiled news then. I will kick us off. Nick, this is going to be something that I think you'll appreciate. Lord of the Rings Gollum. So the next Lord of the Rings video game coming out, unequivocally panned by reviewers who basically got to beta test the game. First and foremost, they said nobody asked for this. I was like, can't argue with that. I don't know who the fuck asked for a game entirely centered on Gollum. Nobody. But they decided to make
literally
one anyway.
No one.
I just imagine, you know how you have those memes where it's like nobody and then it's like ... Yes. And then somebody. That's exactly what I imagine here. Nobody. And then the developers were like, you know what? We should make a Gollum video game.
Of all the characters in the Tolkien universe. You could Aragorn, hell, Boromir, even fucking Faramir. You could do so many.
The mountain.
Things.
I do the mountain.
Yeah.
Mordor, whatever the hell that mountain is.
The fuck would Mordor have done?
You could have just like had people going to Mordor. I don't know, but anything would have been better than fucking
Mordor
Gollum.
has a pretty fascinating history. Actually, you can delve into it a little bit in those games that came out from Warner Brothers.
I enjoyed those games so much, and of course I can't think. Shadow of Mordor and
Shadow of Mordor,
and
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War, yep.
So let's go a little bit into it. They're not 100% canon, but they basically go into the fact that it used to be Gondorian territory, and there's like a bunch of shit that happened. So yes, you're right. It could have been much more interesting. Literally chose the most boring character in the whole series.
And then secondly, once again, a game that is just extremely plagued by bugs. Most critics stated that they feel that the game is unfinished, even for a beta test. Some of them even said it was like unplayable. So no surprise there. It seems to be more common than not. The one bright spot that I did see a couple of reviewers say, they actually appreciated some of the perspective on Gollum's story. They did say it kind of gave a more interesting take to the character. But outside of that, they were like, nothing is worth playing through all of this just to get some character development. So, I don't know anybody who was even interested in this game, but I definitely don't think anybody's interested in it now.
So what you're saying is a farm simulator is probably better than this game?
Probably.
Yeah, I would play Farm Simulator, not even lie. If I had time, I would play that game.
Fucking really?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like people with Minecraft, right?
People love simulators.
Like, people with Minecraft build their shit. It's like, yo, really? You're playing Minecraft? And apparently that shit fun as hell.
Hey, man,
I got in on Minecraft early on. It was fun. It was awesome, dude. I put a lot of time into that game. I haven't played it in years, though.
To each his own, man. Well, that was my spoiled news, so.
All right. Well, I got a couple things here. First is going to be the one movie piece of news that we have today, and that is that, shocker, surprising to absolutely nobody in this group, Lionsgate has confirmed that John Wick 5 is in early development. No spoilers. It's just surprising, given how the last one went. So I will leave it at that. They say that you can expect, or we can expect, a, quote, regular cadence of John Wick movies moving forward, whatever that means. So can't give up the money.
Him shooting people. as much as I love these movies, like I feel like it's gonna get to like the Fast and Furious type of thing, where it's just like come on, bro, like we've had so
Yep.
many of these, like let's stop at this point.
So we're gonna get a decagram of John Wick movies, like
Yeah,
a
I guess so.
decathon or whatever.
John
you
Wick
wanna call it.
X. That's what they're building up towards. John Wick X.
I mean,
Okay,
I guess they are
so-
doing some spin-off stuff. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more extreme can you get with John Wick, though, right?
Right.
Like, think of it this way: I would rather look at extreme John Wick versus extreme ass Fast and Furious, like that makes zero fucking sense and defies the laws of gravity, you know? saying.
But John, I mean, to be honest, John Wick should have probably died 100 times. So for
Yeah.
bullets, like gun mechanics, though, as good as they are with how they cycle those weapons and like use them, like basically after 2, and even 2 was teetering on like, all right, like doesn't work this way in real life. So first of
You
all,
talking
my
about
man,
his bulletproof suit?
yeah, his bulletproof suit for one. My man would be deaf, like 100%. As many bullets as he's fired off, so he wouldn't be able to hear a thing. Yeah, but the bulletproof suit is another one. Like he just puts it over his face and like protects every
it's
organ,
like a little-
organ in his body. Shit's ridiculous, man.
Well, yes. I mean, bulletproof suits are a thing, but that's not at all how they work.
Right.
And they're definitely not stopping rifle rounds, which they like kind of allude to a bit in the movies. Like if you pay attention, like he really only uses them to stop pistol rounds, not like AR rounds. But still, he would be dead a million times over. The fucking stair scene alone, he would be dead.
In John Wick 4.
Yes,
Just
Oh my
him
God.
rolling down the stairs, like that would kill. Like you would break your neck doing that. Like,
multiple times.
exactly.
I don't know, man. John Wick didn't. His
Yeah,
suit
well-
stopped it.
Well, I mean, and Vin Diesel drove down a fucking dam in his car. So
Still more realistic than the stair fight scene in John Wick 4.
One of million Dodge Chargers that he has. Like,
Yeah, the rest of the Dodge Chargers in the world.
exactly.
Anyway, so obviously we're gonna go see it. Obviously we'll bring you a review whenever that does end up dropping, but it's very early on, so don't expect that anytime soon. News from the VR world. You guys know I'm a little bit of a VR fanatic now.
Yeah.
Was excited earlier this week, or maybe it was late last week, when Meta announced the release of the Meta Quest 3.
Yep.
Currently, I have the Meta Quest 2, but this one's going to have double the computing power. I think a little bit better resolution. I don't believe it's 4K. I don't have the specs in front of me.
I thought they did say it was 4K. I thought
Was
that
it
one of
4K?
the- I
It
think
might be.
maybe.
I would hope so,
Yeah.
because it's going to be $500. So I would expect 4K for that much. So created a little bit of buzz there. I don't think it was like unexpected, but it was quickly overshadowed by Apple's announcement from this week of their own virtual reality headset that is called the Apple Vision Pro. Did anyone see the teaser for this?
I did not. I saw the one for
No.
the Meta, the Quest, but I did not see the one for the Apple.
Let me pull this up. I should have had it ready.
All right.
But
no worries.
it's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Well, while you're pulling that up, I do know Kojima announced that Death Stranding will be coming to like Apple Macs, and then apparently he's going to be developing some new games for Apple as well. So I thought that was interesting news on the Apple front that he's basically exclusively working with them. So
Yeah. Got it
all
going?
right. Yep, stream is going.
yo,
All right, let's see this thing.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro. The era of spatial computing is here.
that literally looks like the window of a fucking helmet, space helmet. Like, yeah, serious.
Yeah.
When
It's
you put
semi-clear.
on Apple Vision Pro, you see your world and everything in it. Your favorite apps live right in front of you.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie,
Right
it's kind of
now,
cool.
they're in your
That's
space.
dope as fuck.
This is Vision OS, Apple's first ever spatial operating system. It's familiar yet groundbreaking. You navigate.
All right, this is 9 minutes long, so we're not going to watch the whole thing, but you get the idea. It is spatial computing. It is a mix of augmented reality and virtual reality.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of mention about gaming, but the interesting thing is there are no controllers It literally just goes by head tracking, eye tracking, and hand tracking.
Really? So like when you had that app screen up, which app you want, you like look at it and it's gonna track it. That's kind of cool.
Probably.
Kind of
Yeah,
scary at the
I'll
same
have to
time, but
dive
also
through the
kind of
whole
cool.
thing and see exactly what all the details are for how you control it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they announced some if they like rolled out some like controllers for like, I don't know, $500 or something to go along with it. The annoying thing is it does operate off of an external battery pack and only has a life of like 2 hours. So
Oh wow.
Hard pass.
yeah,
Sorry, you're gonna have to do better
yeah,
than that.
we'll
2
see.
hours?
Micro OLED display does render 4K, so obviously it's going to look incredible. You know, Apple wouldn't roll it out if it didn't look amazing
Right.
and blow everything away. Like I said, hand and eye tracking without controllers. What do you think the cost is for this thing?
It's Apple, so I know that shit's gonna be expensive.
It's probably
I
about as
don't-
much as a fucking phone.
I don't think they would charge over $1,000 for it. I feel like you'd be really pushing for that, especially when you think about like the history of like VR technology. Like it hasn't really picked up steam that quickly. Like still people are getting used to it. I'd be hard pressed to say they would charge over $1,000, but I mean,
I will put money on it.
if
It's
you
about
tell
as
me
much
that it's
as a
over
phone.
1,000, like I wouldn't be
promise you.
surprised because it's fucking Apple. But
So you say 1,000? Is that your guess, Justin?
I think under 1,000. I'm gonna say like
Under 1,000.
maybe like $900.
I'm over 1,000. I'll probably say about $1,299.
Okay.
Damn, way over 1,000.
Y'all are both way off. Shit's $3,500.
No way.
Kiss my
No
ass.
way.
Lying.
No way.
You lying.
For
Shit,
2
I did-
hours, 2 hours of computing time, and it's 3,500. Come on, ain't nobody buying that shit, bro.
I'm going around town looking like a fucking dork with some damn space goggles on, like trying to read my messages and shit.
30,
bro.
$3,500, bro. Them bitches better like drop Visine in my eyes for me, dog. Like, I mean, they need to brush my teeth, wash my
Give you X-ray vision.
$3,500. No way. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Nobody's gonna buy that.
Yeah.
That is a luxury
That's,
item.
yeah.
And that's probably why it only has 2 hours. Because they're like, anybody who buys this is not buying it to like use it. They're buying it to say that they have it.
Yep.
But now that you think about it, though, like, what do you even think about it? So I'm gonna read my messages in my fucking goggles. I still look stupid as fuck walking. Like, I still look.
I
Stupid
think
as
it would
shit.
be pretty-
And that
what-
means I gotta talk to Siri about it. You know
What would be pretty cool is to like, because I'm thinking about like being on a flight and like maybe like watching a movie and it can literally like block out
Yep.
everything else other than like what you want to watch. Like I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, there are some cool applications of it. I think the augmented reality piece is cool. And for people in the chat, if you don't know, like augmented versus virtual, like augmented is like what they were showing. Like you can see your living room, but then there are like the apps and stuff overlay over top of it. Virtual reality, obviously, they put you entirely in a virtual space. You don't like see anything that's like actually in front of you. So those are the difference between the two. So, I mean, pretty cool, but $3,500. Yeah, right. Get out of here.
Yep.
You know how many cars I can buy with $3,500? I mean,
I mean, I would love to get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, but yeah, especially if it's not even built for games. Like, I'm not paying $3,500 for spatial computing.
Yeah.
And I agree with what you say, Justin. Is like VR is still not there for like the masses yet. It's getting there.
Yeah.
The Quests have done a lot for people, and people are getting more comfortable. It's getting more accessible. This is not accessible. This is not going to bring people in.
Right.
People are not going to buy this fucking thing.
Yeah.
No matter how cool it is.
The biggest hurdle for VR, we've talked about this, is the motion sickness. Like, it's like over 70% of the population gets motion sickness from playing VR because of the way it like affects like the fluid in your inner ear. And that's what's kept a lot of people like turned off from it because, the majority of people can't play it for like 15 or 20 minutes. It makes me motion sickness. That's why I like rarely ever play mine. But I mean, it's interesting stuff. They definitely are cool. Like I can't lie. And that was some cool looking shit, but nah, not for no $3,500. Sorry, not happening.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you interested in selling yours?
I honestly, I've pretty much already given it away. Beast Boy actually
right.
has it right now. So.
Oh, fair enough. My brother was interested, but that's cool.
Okay.
All right, that's all I got. What you got, Ryan?
hey man, mine's pretty damn simple since we was talking about Fast X. Remember when we were talking and we felt like the word family wasn't used as much in this movie?
Yeah.
I said that, yes.
Yeah, apparently, it's been said 56 times in Fast 10.
I'm
No.
not surprised.
With an average of it being said every 2.5 minutes. And I didn't realize it, man, but I was starting to see it a little bit now. Like, damn, I'm pretty sure.
Wait,
they
hold
did.
on. I gotta search something real quick. Fast X runtime. Let's see how long the movie is. Fast X runtime 2 hours and 21 minutes. And they say it every 2.5 minutes. That's kind of insane.
Yep. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh
It's
man,
fucking ridiculous.
good old Fast X. They did confirm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was about to say, I was about to talk about something totally else. Go ahead and confirm yours right quick.
I was gonna say they did confirm that The Rock will be getting another solo movie. They haven't said if it's another Hobbs and Shaw solo movie for Fast and Furious, but they have not confirmed whether he will show up in any of the other main entries of these last two movies. However, they did also confirm that him and Vin Diesel have squashed their beef. So hopefully we will see him in the two follow-up movies, but he will be getting a quote-unquote solo movie as well. So
that one part was the actual what I was gonna say is that they squashed their beef. So
okay, there you go.
yeah.
Wait, was Hobbs and Shaw wasn't a solo movie though? I wouldn't consider that.
I mean, it was. A branch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they haven't confirmed if it's another Hobbs and Shaw or if it's strictly a solo movie for him.
Okay.
I think the way they worded it was like he'll be in a movie, like in a movie featuring like him for like another. Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
good stuff.
All
right.
I'm probably more excited about that than I am the next Fast and Furious movie, to be honest with you.
Hey man, you can watch it on your $3,500 headset, bro, and just get
You
2
can.
hours.
You can.
Dude, that actually might not like. Okay, so imagine they make a movie, right? And let's say like Vin Diesel wears like a helmet cam or something, and then you have like your Apple headset, and you can watch the movie from like his perspective. So like, I don't know, that would be pretty fucking cool. So if he's like driving the car, you're like driving the car. That'd be awesome. Okay.
So when he's taking the shit, you taking the shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like,
there you go. I just thought that would be cool. I don't know.
Isn't it funny how in movies you never see people go to the bathroom or on their phones?
Nope, you never see him do that.
I wasn't going anywhere else. That
I was trying to think of a good transition where I could be like, speaking of, but I couldn't think of it.
Speaking of being on your phone,
right? Exactly. We got anything going on in the chat? We've talked about a couple. Of different things,
we have some similar reactions to the price of the Apple headset. Connor did ask if we saw the new Spider-Man video gameplay footage. I did. Very excited for it.
We did, and we are actually going to watch it on the show. So get ready.
Oh, sweet. Let's go.
It's part of the next topic.
Too expensive, $3,500. Connor says you'll probably have to throw up multiple times before you get adjusted to it. Hey, look, getting adjusted to it is not that bad. Okay, you play until you start feeling not so great, and then you put it down for an hour or two, and you do that a few times a week. And in like 2 weeks, I was good.
It never got that way for me, but you know, it works different for different people. So,
yeah.
So, fun question for you guys now that I think about it, and for the chat. You know, we can get some chat interaction with this.
Okay.
If it like came down to where like you can get an implant in the back of your head, just like the Matrix, and you can go into an augmented reality, just like SAO, would you do it? Oh wait, go back. Have either one of y'all seen Sword Art Online yet?
No, I was like, "What's SA?" I've heard of it, and I know that they do that. What was it? Ready Player One's probably like a better example.
Sure, yeah, that's about the closest. Yep,
Yeah.
that's about the closest.
Or the Matrix.
Or the Matrix, or what was that other one? Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't know. I've gone back and forth about this one. Probably, if depending on the level of control that you have. Like, and what like safeguards are in place, probably, because that's like the ultimate thing, right? Like, hardware is only going to do so much.
Yeah,
you can put on all the headsets and vests and whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, like nothing's going to be more realistic than going there in your mind when you don't have to do anything to your body. You feel everything, you think everything. Like that's probably the ultimatum, and we'll head there eventually for sure.
I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetime, or if we do, it might be past the time where I'm like, yeah, this is something that I like want to do.
Well, I mean, Elon Musk has been working on something called Neuralink, which is a technology where you can communicate with each other without like nonverbal communication. Like you can communicate through your mind with basically a chip in your brain. It's like it's going to be the next social media.
Sorry, I don't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk for nothing anymore. I don't know. I'd have to decline it at first. Honestly, I'd have to like see how it did for people. I mean, honestly, we wouldn't be able to afford any shit like that, like starting off anyways. But it'd have to be out for a few years, and I'd have to like see some different like reviews and specs on it and stuff. I don't know. I just have this like this fear of it being implanted in the back of my head, and then like I don't know, some like electrical current like malfunction or some shit. Next thing you know, like my brain is just like fried and I become a vegetable. So I would be hesitant to put something in the back of my head just for the sake of being able to do like something like virtual reality.
You had to fuck it up for everybody, bro. I ain't think about that shit. That
Sorry.
means you can't play the damn game during the damn thunderstorm and shit like that.
Right. You can't go outside during a thunderstorm.
You should, like, I mean, shit, bro.
Oh, man. And can you imagine, like, fucking, I don't know, like, sorry, I'm getting, like, really, like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not vulgar, but really, you know, just bad thoughts here, but I imagine, like, cyber terrorism and like what people would try and do to like hack the computer chip in your like no I'm good bro.
Damn, bro, like so you need antivirus for your fucking head now?
Exactly.
They get that Kaspersky on your motherfucking ass, boy. That Kaspersky VR in your head, boy. Damn.
No, I'm good. We'll see.
I'll probably try it. Yeah, I'm like you. I wouldn't get in early. Like I would wait until it's like refined. But yeah, I'd probably try it.
All right. Yeah, I'll
I
teach
ain't
you.
gonna hold you. I'll be up in there with Call of Duty just getting my ass popped for no damn reason. Sitting there,
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be all tactical and shit.
I
Your
mean,
sprint meter is actually how long you can sprint while running. My black ass gonna be walking just about every damn where. Like I'm fucked.
I mean, that's another thing. Like your physical state. Like if your mind gets to the point where it thinks it's real, we can talk about like the Matrix and stuff. If you get shot in a video game, like does your mind think that you actually got shot in real life? Like that. There's all types of questions, bro.
Oh yeah.
As much as that sounds like, oh shit, like I wouldn't want that. That shit sounds fun as fuck, bro. I guess until I get popped in the head, it's like, damn.
Well, let's be honest. Shooters are not the first thing that they would roll out.
Right. We know what it'd be. Porn. 100%.
Yes, exactly.
110%.
Absolutely would be porn.
Dude, if you I read this article one time. It was like talking about how porn has been the leading edge of technology, like throughout history.
Absolutely.
It comes to like videotapes, DVDs, like digital, like
VR. Porn had VR
like,
a long
VR,
time ago. Yeah. I know because I did.
exactly.
I did research. I Googled it, not because I was watching VR porn. I just
sure.
want to put that out there.
He was doing some research, all right.
Hey yo.
But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Porn has always been at the forefront, so I know that would like be the first thing that they would do. So.
And then that introduces a whole question of like, okay, what's the purpose of relationships at that point, and like, where do we go as a species? It gets dark.
Yeah, it does. Hopefully, that'll be past my time of having to worry about that. So, Anywho, alrighty. Well, let's get off the kind of, potential life-threatening topics. Let's move on to something a little bit more exciting. So, the PlayStation Showcase happened a couple of weeks ago. Basically, PlayStation's like new version, I guess, of E3, like their own version of E3, where they're kind of showing off their new tech and just different games and stuff that are coming out. A lot of good stuff was mentioned. So we're going to dive into a few things. If there's some things you want us to talk about or mention, definitely feel free to put it in the chat. We'll try and talk about that as well. So first things first, PlayStation announced some official accessories that are coming. And Nick, if you want to pop up the video real fast, we'll watch. It's like 53 seconds, so it's not long.
I got you.
Appreciate you, big dog. All right, we're good.
Later this year, we will launch a dedicated device that enables you to stream any game from your PS5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. Internally known as Project Q, it has an 8-inch HD screen and all of the buttons and features of the DualSense wireless controller. We look forward to sharing more information in the near future. I'm also pleased to reveal our first ever PlayStation earbuds, which will bring next generation audio immersion to PS5 and PC. They simultaneously connect to smartphones via Bluetooth, New wireless technology will deliver lossless audio with low latency, giving you outstanding sound quality while you're playing.
Okay.
Look out for more details soon.
So, both of these things I am super excited about. We've already talked a little bit about the handheld in a previous episode, but we now have an unofficial name for it called Project Q. 8-inch screen. So specifically, it has been confirmed that it is basically a streaming device. So you will essentially be only able to stream games that are already downloaded on your PS5 at home. And it's basically just a way to essentially have a handheld version of those games. You're going to have an internet connection in order to play, because you will need to connect to your system via remote play. I do like that idea. I know a lot of people were disappointed that it's not its own like exclusive handheld that'll have its own games. And I get why they did that. It's just super expensive to make stuff like that. And that's just not the direction that they want to go. So I also am happy that they're releasing the earbuds as well. I think a really good thing about that is they are going to be, you're going to be able to use them for more than just your PlayStation. So they did mention you'll be able to connect them to your smartphone. You can use them as, headphones to work out in, whatever you want to do with them. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the old PS3 days, you actually could take your third-party Bluetooth headset that you had for your phone and actually connect it to your PS3 and use that as a headset. And then they removed that feature during the PS4. So I like the fact that they're doing kind of the backwards thing where they're releasing their own hardware, but you'll be able to use it from multiple devices. So, and it will be compatible with the Project Q handheld device. So pretty excited about both of those things. Love to hear your thoughts on them.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I keep on going back and forth about, all right, well, let me get what's now called the Project Q. I was calling it the PSP2, but whatever. I was thinking about getting it. I'm still on the fence about getting it. I just feel like it's going to be all single player games because you can't do anything multiplayer, right? Even though you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can't do anything multiplayer, right?
Why not? It's
See?
remote. It's remote play.
wouldn't you?
So it's whatever
So
you
really, I could play Apex while like
whatever you can do on your PlayStation, you can do via the remote play app. You can do that now. Like I could go to Kalamazoo and log onto a PC and remote play into my PlayStation and play any game that I have on there now and play online with you guys too. As long as I have a Wi-Fi connection, I'm good to go.
Dude, I was under the impression you could not do that. Okay,
No.
so now it's almost like destined to get, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
I
that
mean-
means I can be like on the plane or something and we can play Madden or some shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about all of that. But I don't know about I mean, I know there are planes that have Wi-Fi, but I don't think the Wi-Fi is that good.
No.
But once you get to your destination, you can connect to the Wi-Fi, and then you can play Madden with your friends. But yes, it allows you to basically travel with your PS5, but not with your PS5. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think two things that they haven't mentioned that I really would like to know. One, are the controllers on the side of it, can you detach them like you can with a Switch? I hope that you can, because 8-inch screen and then those big bulky things that are basically PS5 controllers on the side, that seems a little awkward. So I hope you can detach them. And then secondly, can you connect a regular PlayStation 5 controller to it? Because I also think that would be a good feature, because then just give me a kickstand on the back of it. I can set it up on a table or something, and then I don't have to like hold it in front of my face and all of that stuff. I feel like that would be awkward. So as long as you can do those two things with it, then I think it'll be a really good system for what it's designed for.
Yeah, this is a good point. I don't know. It does look like it's going to be a little bit awkward, like Suki said in the chat as well. Awkward design wise. I don't know. I think this is probably something that I will pass on, but I could see being successful. For me, it's just not. I guarantee you this is going to be $500 or something, like as much as the console.
It's probably
like,
gonna be expensive.
It's just not worth it for me.
Yeah.
Especially since you have to be connected to Wi-Fi. Like I would want to use it on road trips, planes, places where I'm not like I don't have access to Wi-Fi. Like that's when I would want to be gaming the most. And the fact that like the thing is a fucking brick if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, it's just for me. I can't do it. But I can see why people would enjoy it. I can see it potentially taking off. I think this will be a sink or swim thing. Like this will either bomb or it's going to revolutionize the way that we think about console gaming.
Good point. Yeah, I'm with you. It would be nice. Like my whole appeal for a Switch, right, is what you said. Like I can play that on a plane and stuff. I buy games for my Switch that I could buy on PlayStation, and I know the PlayStation has the better graphics. But if it's a single player game that I'm like, oh, it's gonna take me a while. This is a game I would enjoy, like on a road trip or something. Then I typically buy it on my Switch because I can take that with me. However, I do like the idea of like once I now get to the destination that I'm at, now I have something that I can still have my PlayStation if I want to play with my friends or whatever the case may be. I have an option. Another thing, this brings up my third point. I know I was talking about the controller earlier. Also, it would be really fucking dope if it has a connection port where you can connect it to a TV via HDMI, because then that would also be pretty awesome. You connect to the Wi-Fi, you hook it up to the TV, and now I can play on a big screen instead of having to play on the small screen, and it's like a portable device, you know.
For sure.
Yeah. So
I think that would be stupid of them not to have that feature.
Right, exactly. And if you can remove the controllers from the side, then all you have to do is worry about taking the screen with you, and then you just hook it up to a TV. You got your controller, and you're good to go. So I hope that they've thought about that. So, but again, they only gave us like it was less than a minute. I think it was exactly 59 seconds of a teaser for both items. So more to come, I'm sure, on the features. And as soon as we know, we will definitely talk about it on the show. So, but super excited for both of those items. I think that's pretty cool.
And I don't know how I feel about the fucking earbuds neither. Like, I really don't.
I'm
It
excited
looks
for
dope,
those.
but they look kind of dumb to me. Like I don't
Yeah.
want two squares sticking out of my ears.
I
I need
that's
something
my
with a low
thing.
profile.
I'm excited about that. It just gives me a different option. Sometimes I get tired of wearing literally the headset that you're wearing, Nick, like over top of my head and stuff. Like I don't know. I think I will still have both, but it's just nice to have the option. And those are easier to travel with if you're taking your Project Q with you versus the big headset that you got on your head. So I understand their reasoning for coming out with that.
Yeah, they're definitely. I can see them trying to create an ecosystem, right? Like they're doing what Apple did, that was so successful to them in like the early 2000s, where they create this ecosystem of things that work really, really well together and make you want to continue buying their products and stay
Yep.
within their whatever you want to call it market. So I could see it.
Yep.
Low-key close
Cool.
to saying forget Apple, man, because they're starting to get expensive and repetitive. So
Starting to get expensive and
Yeah,
repetitive.
right,
They're
exactly.
starting to get expensive. They've been expensive and
Just keep
repetitive.
adding another camera to this phone and charge you $200 more for each one.
Yep.
Right.
don't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
put the headphone jack on the top instead of the bottom. Revolution.
Yeah, right.
Revolution.
Every now
Sounds
and then
about
we'll make the edges curved, and if
Yeah.
the edges are curved, we'll make them square again just to mix it up.
We're gonna remove the headphone jack now. Now you don't even need it, but you got to buy this adapter for $40.
Caught you slipping, keeping you on your toes.
Oh, insane. All right. Final Fantasy 16 got a new trailer during the PlayStation Showcase. So, Nick, let's play that trailer and let's see. I have not watched this yet, so I'm excited to watch it.
I'm excited for this.
You threw me off. I had Spider-Man ready to go.
We're going to do Spider-Man last. That's the big topic, so.
It says
Alright,
this
so you
content is age restricted. Apparently, IGN doesn't think that I'm a grown-up.
Oh, well, let them know. I'm over 18.
Fun fact, while we're loading that up, it is M for mature, and I actually looked up why it was M for mature.
So, is this the first game in the Final Fantasy series is M for mature?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, all right. That's cool. I mean, I don't know, So that might be an interesting. I'm KO Megablade's in the chat. I know he can tell us. Is this the first?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's about to chime in.
Yeah.
Like
Is
3
this the
seconds.
first M
Oh,
for
dude.
mature Final Fantasy? Let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a second. I'm having to
he's-
create an account here.
You're
What?
It's making me create an account on IGN.com just so
I
I can
didn't-
fucking.
I-
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
yeah, just
bruh.
go to
That's-
YouTube.
Too late. Already did it.
You already
Too late.
did it. All right, you're gonna get all those emails. KO Megablade did confirm that this is the first M for mature Final Fantasy. That's very interesting to me. That in and of itself has really, really piqued my interest. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, so this might be the first one that I have to cop and check out.
Dude, this shit, great games, man. God, great games.
God, bro. Okay, you know what? It's still not working.
Told you, YouTube, bro.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have to figure out the reason why you need to go to IGN.com and log in. Nigga. Like, why do you need that login? I don't know.
I do
Find
like
the actual
IGN. I use
trailer
them all the
here.
time, especially if I'm like stuck in a video game and I need to like help getting past a certain section. IGN, they give the best like tutorials on shit.
Really, dude.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when you had to go
Get
to
the
Game
book.
No, I went to Game Facts all the time.
Oh
bro.
yeah, I do
And
remember
hope
Game
and
Fact. But
pray
do you remember
that somebody
before
had a
that?
walkthrough for this
Do you
shit.
remember before that you could buy the like actual book, like
the walkthrough books? Hell
the
yeah,
guide, bro. I had so many of those things, man. That was like a thing in and of itself, bro. Used to
Yes,
collect those
bro.
things, man. That you unlocked a core memory for me.
God, no, you did, bro. When you
Freaking
said
walkthrough books, bro.
Golly,
Yeah,
man.
those were the times. You used to have to search for some stuff too on game FAQs.
did.
And
You
now,
sure fuck
man,
did.
you can find it at the drop. And like, I love when there's some like obscure thing, and I'm like, man, nobody else has had this issue in this game. And as soon as I search it, like, oh, well, here are other people talking about it.
Every fucking body got stuck here, dog.
All right, looks like we finally got. Yeah,
Tell me if this is the wrong one.
I think
but
this is
it's
the right one because it says state of play. So
Well, also says
I don't know if it's the right one or not because I didn't watch it. So.
Who are we? What are the dominants? The power we wield. It wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. That its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon.
Like Shadow of Colossus right there.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. If I take the field, our doom will shake the island to its foundations.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Story of summons. I'll be damned.
Awaken,
Nope,
child
shit's gonna
of
be sick.
fate. Awaken, Ifrit.
Oh damn, summer 2020. I didn't know it was coming out that soon.
June 22nd.
Oh shit, it's dropping this month.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's June 22nd.
Oh man, I did not know that was coming out that quick. Yeah, I want to play it. I don't think I'll get it on release, but the trailer was fire. Like I really enjoyed that. It was a lot. There was a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Shit
awesome
sick.
though. KO Megablade says he thinks that was the first trailer, so that's fine. I'm not gonna search for the other one, but yeah, that was cool, man. So Final Fantasy 16 rated M for mature.
Is it just because it's gonna have boobies in it?
Yeah, no, literally, it's in for mature because they fucking like this. You saw it in that trailer, like they were laying
Yeah.
in bed, like right beside each other, and
Yeah.
apparently that's the reason why it's in for mature. But also seen one of the they call them icons in this one, but I seen one of the icons get their arm blown off or some shit. Like probably the same. That's probably another reason why.
There's probably a little bit of
Because
gore
they don't
to it.
have any gore in any of the Final
Okay.
Fantasies. Like,
As
you can't get your
someone
arms off and
who
shit.
doesn't play Final Fantasy games, do I need to have played others to understand what is going on in this one? They're all their own
A good
self-contained
amount.
stories.
Yeah, a good amount of the Final Fantasy games are almost standalone. Like, if not standalone. Like for example, you'll know about all the summons because all the summons are almost like the same. They just look different. Like you'll see Garuda, Ifrit, Bahamut, Titan, Shiva, Odin. Like you'll see a whole bunch of summons or icons or however. Forgot another term that they use for it. Final Fantasy X, I think, had a unique spin on.
So those
summons,
things
but
show
I
up
call
in
them
all
summons.
in other games. Like
No
the
matter what,
summons.
you will have a summon in all the games. You will
Okay.
have some way, shape, form, or fashion a summon in a Final Fantasy game, and they're all of them are almost always the same.
All right.
Mhm.
Interesting. I mean, they've always been very visually appealing to me. I think I didn't get into them early on because of the turn-based combat. It was just like really, I never got into that. But now, I mean, they haven't had one of those in I don't know how many games. So like,
In about 3
I
games now.
I generally like hack and slashes, so I can see myself potentially liking it. And I don't know, maybe I'll check it out. My
Try
sister's a
remake.
huge fan.
Yeah, try remake Final Fantasy VII remake because I mean you could do that or you could do Final Fantasy 15. Obviously, this Final Fantasy 16 is going to have I think basically the same battle mechanics, which is live action. Basically, it's a live action RPG versus a turn based RPG. I personally love turn based RPGs. Like
I like a
I
good
love Final
turn-based,
Fantasy
yeah.
7 when I first played it. Like it was amazing to me. But
Yeah, I'm like big on Fire Emblem. I love a good turn-based RPG game. So cool. All right. Next topic. So another thing that was announced. We don't have any video for this, but Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. They are remaking Metal Gear Solid 3. That was a huge reveal. A lot of people are super excited about it. I'm interested as to why they're starting with 3 when I think they could honestly remake 1, 2, and 3. And I think people would freaking and hell, even 4, because that came out on the PS3. So interesting that they're starting with 3. Maybe because 3 technically the story takes place before everything else is technically a prequel. So maybe they're doing that one for that reason, and then they'll do 1 and then they'll do 2. But super excited for the remakes of that. They're also releasing a Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 that will include Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. That is literally all the details that we've gotten. So basically, people are speculating that you'll get, like, basically not remade, but remastered versions of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. And then they'll be releasing a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 at some point in the future. So I'm pretty excited about that. Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite franchises. So.
Snake Eater was the third one.
Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid 3 was Snake Eater. It was the third one, but it takes place before all the other games.
Oh, I thought Sons of Liberty was the third one.
No,
What
that's
was the
4.
one that you and I played, Justin?
We played Phantom Pain. That's 5.
Phantom Pain.
Yeah. Thanks, boss. I know you just beat the shit out of me, but thanks, boss.
I needed that boss.
Yeah, we played 5. So,
right.
Sons of Liberty
Cool.
was 4. Yeah, super excited for that. And then, not lastly, before we get to Spider-Man, Bungie has announced that they're releasing another marathon game. There's a link there for, I think, a quick teaser trailer. Marathon is a first-person shooter that was originally released in 1992 for Apple Mac, and then Marathon 3 was the last game in the series that was released all the way back in 1996. So 27 years ago was the last time we got a Marathon game. People are really excited about this. They're hoping that it can compete with Call of Duty. I know I'm hoping it can compete with Call of Duty because we need another good first-person shooter out there. So, and Bungie has released some good stuff. So, I have high hopes for this.
Bungie's production value is always good. They don't always nail the mechanics or the story or anything like that, but like the value of like graphics, gameplay, like just how like tight everything is always good. They just fuck it up in other areas, like
Gotcha.
releasing half a game, looking at you, Destiny.
Well, we know how that goes. So,
All
I
right.
have the stream up. Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, very interesting.
Damn, somebody fucked his ass.
All right, headshot, red dot. Damn, it was him.
Uh, all right.
So Cyberpunk Call of Duty.
That was my exact thought.
That was definitely the vibes that I was getting from that. Also, I love how the game's called Marathon, and the trailer was the majority of him running, so that was pretty spot
Right.
on. But just a teaser trailer. Obviously, we don't have any more details than that, but I'm excited. It could be different. I just hope they don't mess it up. That's really all I can say. So, fingers crossed.
I thought that looked fucking dope.
Yeah,
dude.
it did. It
That
looked good.
That was
It
a
looked
really
good.
cool
Definitely.
trailer.
Yeah. It looked good. Do have a correction from KO Megablade in the chat. Sons of
Shocker.
Liberty was actually Metal Gear Solid 2. You are correct on that. I forget what 4 was actually called, but I think it's called something Liberty, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, just wanted to make that correction there. But yeah, super excited for the Marathon game. I hope it can compete with Call of Duty. I really do.
Yeah,
What?
I hope so too. 'Cause that looks sick. Go ahead, Ryan.
Something needs to take Call of Duty off.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like with this flop of Modern Warfare 2, like something soon needs to knock this shit off the fucking mountain, because at the end of the day, everybody making Call of Duty, like one of 3 studios making Call of Duty, is like, I don't know, they just think they're the shit. And now the only thing they really need to do is do better than fucking Modern Warfare 2. And I don't know. Modern Warfare 2 was such a big ass disappointment.
Well,
I hope somebody knocks it off.
It used to be Halo, right? Like it was Halo or COD. Like that
Yeah.
was they were the behemoths. Like
And
no one
Battlefront a
touched
little
it.
bit. Or Battlefield. excuse
Battlefront a
me.
little.
Yeah.
Battlefield has always trailed behind COD a little bit, just due to it being a little bit less beginner friendly,
Yeah.
which I like. I mean, I spent more time in Battlefield 3 than probably any COD game, except for I don't know, maybe the first Modern Warfare. But yeah, I now that like Halo's dropped off, I agree with you, Ryan. Something's got to step up, and like if they can get to the point where they're like a household name, because I feel like COD's mostly for like the majority of COD sales are casual gamers who like don't really have a lot of time to like keep up with everything. They don't know like what new games are good and which aren't. They just know like if you get a COD game, like I know what to expect and I'm gonna have a good time with it. It's gonna make me feel cool.
Yeah.
And then like moms and grandmas know like, oh, I'll just buy my grandson this newest COD game at Best Buy or whatever. So like if something can just like get that foothold and is like a household name, they stand a really good chance because they've definitely gotten lazy.
Yeah, I mean, they've been on top for so long. I think they're just like, we know people are going to buy this shit, like, regardless. Like, you
Yes.
know? And I mean, Modern Warfare 2, as bad as it was, it made a shit ton of money because a whole bunch of people
Right.
bought it expecting it to be great. So, yeah, I mean, you know, we're not going to go down the Call of Duty train here. So,
Again.
Exactly. So really interested to see what comes from Marathon. So the moment that some of you have been waiting for, Spider-Man 2, we have some gameplay footage that we can actually watch. So this is a longer video. It's 12 minutes. I'm comfortable with watching the entire thing. We'll go a little bit over on time because we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it. Feel free, to drop out if you got to leave or just hang with us. And we'll give you a little extra time today since we didn't have an episode last week. But Nick, let's go ahead and pull that up. I'm excited. I've seen it already, but I'm excited to watch it again.
Actually, I haven't seen it, so I'm pretty.
I haven't either.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Damn, nigga, you guys are broken. Shit.
You grow slow in your old age, Sergei. A fate you will not share. I've been in your shadow for hours, but you sense nothing. Pathetic.
Hey, Omega Blade wants us to give thoughts as we're playing.
First
My thought
question
is
already.
this
Who
a
was
fucking Spider-Man game? What is
Yeah.
happening?
It's Sabretooth, right? Is
No,
that
this
who that
no,
is?
what? No, it's Craven the Hunter, Sabretooth.
So that's Sabretooth from fucking whatchamacallit.
No, it's not an X-Men game.
This is what you find.
My first thought was when the trailer first started and my man tasted the blood. He saw him. Why do people do that in movies and video games? Like nobody would ever do that in real life.
Fast X.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not fucking tasting the blood of
So
someone.
gross.
It's so
What,
disgusting.
What if the dude has hepatitis? What are you doing?
Or AIDS, I don't know.
Fucking
Or,
AIDS. Yeah, right.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
I just love how Ryan was like, "Is it Sabretooth?"
Yeah, bro, it's the same universe at least. Well, not universe,
I
the
mean, they
same
are making
studio.
a Wolverine game, but this is a Spider-Man game. So no, that's my man Craven.
Lizard sighted in Queens. Closing in now. Cover the door. The beast could be anywhere. You have no idea. This whole lizard hunt ends now! Leave Connors alone!
I can already tell those things are gonna be annoying as fuck.
Yep.
Anytime they put a dog type enemy in a game, it
Yep.
just pisses me off.
He'll never forget! He's gonna wish he never came to New York!
I love the Venom suit and like his freaking Batman voice.
Yeah.
He's just like vengeance.
Satellite scanning all active feeds. Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
This is what I'm excited about.
Which
You're
Miles?
going to be able to switch between Miles Morales and Peter Parker pretty much the entire game.
I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his.
We don't have much time. Move.
Oh, the music changed.
Yeah, they went to hip hop because he's black. So
Yeah, they had to. Urban, right?
right.
Urban.
Kinky.
Oh, wingsuit. Hell yeah.
Must be sushi night. You still got that hunter drone you hijacked?
I love that they have like the freaking wind tunnels through the buildings because that's like a thing.
Yeah.
They got here fast.
Suit looks good.
Dude, the game looks good.
Yeah, dude, the Miles Morales. I mean, both games, Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales game were both amazing.
I still need to play Miles Morales before I get
It's
this one.
Fucking awesome, man. I'm gonna probably go back and play both of them before this one comes out.
Oh, very cool.
Spread out. If you find the lizard, don't engage alone.
I like this a lot.
Look at those fish. It's been feeding.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the stealth in these games.
Never saw it coming.
I mean, he didn't hear that shit. That's a lot.
Oh well, I mean, you know, it's video games. Video game stealth, obviously.
Yeah, right.
Where's the hunt going?
Watch out for his new powers!
Judging by the 3 tons of dead fish, not well. All right. Where are you?
Econ or wingsuit is not a character. Wingsuit is a type of suit where you have the wings under your arms so you can glide.
Yeah, it's just a
thing in
it's a
real life.
variation of his suit.
It's something people do in real life when they skydive.
Yeah.
They can
Connor's
fly
going
around.
through this place. He's out of control.
So are you still like trying to help him, but like not let him get caught either?
Yeah, for sure. You talking about Connors?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The lizard. So they did announce that both Miles Morales and Peter will have their own skill trees, and then they will have a shared skill tree. So there are going to be a lot of different like capabilities that you're going to have in the game. I'm super excited about it.
Think that'll get a little bit overwhelming?
No, hell no.
How'd you find me?
Dude, it's going to be so much fun.
Drone's picking up Lizard's trail.
He's still eating. We can catch him off guard. Yankee, get behind me.
Oh, he shed his skin.
It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too. Whoa. Hey, man. New threats?
The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors?
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
But the data's incomplete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait! Be chill! That wasn't me.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so...
Let's go! Go, go, go! Take him alive! Can't lose Connors. Harry's dying, and he's the only one who can help.
We won't! You take the drones, I got the jet skis. Cool if I borrow this? This is really, really exciting. Keep it tight, man. Watch out for those drones.
Don't worry, they think I'm a friendly.
Apparently the map in this one's going to be like twice as big as the first and second game.
Take him out!
There he is.
The East River is not a river, but in fact a saltwater tidal flat that Spider-Man is fighting on right now! Everybody down!
Classic.
The door broke! Right! I've got the metal murder bird! I warned you about going after Connors. Now this is on you.
Now this is on you.
I was about to say, dog.
So like Peter in the first like 2 games is like, you know, he's Peter Parker. He's really nice, like, you know, making jokes. In this one, you can clearly tell that they're trying to show that the symbiote suit is having like an effect on him.
Time to go boom, boys!
Oh, no! Spider-Man, it's got defenses! Spider-Man, hang on!
Wait, so if Peter's Spider-Man, then what's Miles?
Spider-Man.
They didn't want to say their names.
Well, yeah, I know, but what's... Never mind.
They're both Spider-Man. For all intents and purposes. And when they talk about them, they talk about, like, when they do, both are there at the same time. The two Spider-Man.
Miles! Grab on, let's go! He's right behind you!
I know! Whoa!
Speed faster!
Fly faster! I do
You know,
not
got some classic quick time events.
Yep.
Wouldn't be a Spider-Man game without him.
Wouldn't be an action-oriented video game without him.
Hold on! Look out! Everyone, take cover!
What are you guys doing?
Trying to take out that gunship! Can't get close enough!
But I can't.
Oh, so Vin Diesel can do it in a car, but Spider-Man can't pull the drone down. Okay.
You, Bug 3?
Hi.
Family. 67.
I mean, this is like classic Spider-Man shit, though. Like, them doing all this web slinging and, like, keeping the stuff from falling on the people and everything.
Yes, I love it.
I love how he just threw my mans.
Got away from us.
They had to get hit by a fucking
Good,
gunship.
Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
Vengeance.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
Now that shit was fire, bro. I was so hyped when I first watched it. I was like super excited to watch it again. So, I think that one of the end sequences in the game, you're like Miles Morales and Peter Parker are gonna box. They're gonna have to. And I'm wondering if they're gonna let you choose which one of them you get to play. Because I think that would be freaking cool. But they're clearly gonna get into it, because you're not gonna be disrespecting me like that in front of company. I'm sorry, bro.
No, absolutely not. That was sick though. I'm pretty excited.
It was really good. Yeah, that's definitely
So
what I'm
was
gonna have to
Spider-Man
stream.
Miles Morales, was that like a full-on game? Like it's not like a DLC
Yes and no.
expansion
It is technically a full game, but it's a short full game. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a good amount of content, but it's nowhere near as big as the original Spider-Man game was. And really, it was one of the first games that was released. Actually, it was like one of the release games for PS5, and a big part of it was to showcase like the PS5's capability and functionality. So larger than a DLC, but not as large as a full game. So somewhere in between.
So I need a PS5 to play it though.
Yeah, I mean, they may release it on What, you talking about Miles Morales? I think they have I think it came out on PS4, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I doubt this one will be. This feels like probably they'll keep this one exclusive to PS5.
And they should. And I think we're kind of getting to the point where it's like, all right, like it's been like 2 years now. Like, let's stop making stuff for the old like consoles. Stop wasting our time.
Take advantage of the hardware. Like, go all out.
Yeah. So, I know that there are story missions that are like obviously specifically designed for you to play as Peter and or Miles, but for the most part, I do know everything outside of the game, like the main missions, you'll be able to pick which one you want to play as. So that'll be pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
I
I
am
don't play
too.
these types of games, but
E. Connor had a good call. He said foreshadowing with the big teeth comment. I'm curious of Venom's story in the game. I am too.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, they got a lot of players, right? Like at the very least, we know the Lizard, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Venom, and Kraven the Hunter are in it. I imagine we'll see some other members of the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. So super excited to see who they introduce. I hope some of the side missions incorporate like some of his other villains. Like Batman, the Batman Arkham series did that, and it worked out really well. So maybe they'll do something like that for this game as well.
has there been a story on Carnage yet?
No, I mean, video game wise, not that I know of.
PS1,
Yeah.
not like a story one, but he was in the PS1 Spider-Man.
And the new Venom 2 movie, he was one of the main villains in that. So yeah, Carnage is that guy though.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, so good stuff. All right, anything else in the chat before we call it?
Nah, man.
Cool.
Appreciate everybody coming back out after the break.
Yeah, for sure. We had we had a really big turnout tonight. So we appreciate everybody. We'll be back on the weekly schedule. So next week we'll be coming at you. We should be going to see Spider-Man actually over the weekend. So we'll bring you the review for Into the Spider-Verse 2. And really looking forward to that. But that is our show. Again, don't forget to hit that follow button on Twitch and make sure you turn the notifications on. Also follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The handle for both of those is @SpoilerAlert4U, @SpoilerAlert, the number 4, the letter U. If we spoiled something for you today, sorry, not sorry, because we are just talking about the things that we love. And spoiler alert, we do love all of you, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.